Hello, guys. Going over chapters 15 and 16. Uh, Chapter 15 kind of goes over the idea of certain information being withheld or silenced by the media. Um, this can be less of an ethical thing and more just a thing that you have to do. Um, and I understand there's certain things that you just can't talk about. Can't go around broadcasting about government secrets that haven't been declassified or released to the public yet, because that's a endangerment of in, international safety. Um, and you can't go about um, doing things against what your governmental body says. And some people might disagree with that, and that's because that's their view, and you know that's how they see it as the government is just this big oppressive monster, and it's not true in all cases. There's a lot of other governments out there that could be a lot worse. Um, Chapter 16 kind of goes over the same thing of whether or not to disclose information. A good example of it, um, or to, I guess, not to disclose, it's more to edit past information. Um, one example of it in the book was let's say this person was convicted of a hit and run a few years ago, and they came up to you asking you to change that because the stuff that was on that paper are no longer accurate because some of her court case stuff was um, knocked out and the sentencing was lowered. And because if someone, her next employer, Google's, you know, her name, they could find that stuff, and it kind of jeopardizes her ability to be employed by a corporation or something. um, and me personally, I don't see that shouldn't be a thing. I don't think you should ever change what's been written. That's history, and I'm a big history fan. But also, your employer, if they do that search and they do find that information, even if you were to change, oh, the sentencing was lowered, it doesn't matter. If they want to, they could see that happened like 2 or 3 years ago. It's not current. They know it can be outdated, and you can testify to it. Just be honest with your employer. Don't try to lie and say that you weren't convicted, because then that's on you. You know, it'd be like you are trying to work for, like, I don't know, like a some kind of company or something where you have to drive cars around. You've been convicted for Grand Theft Auto. They might not want to hire you because you've done Grand Theft Auto. Or let's say that you've had a few accidents and they were hit and run, but after further investigation, they found that you weren't at fault. You did what you were supposed to do, and then you just had to leave. And the court reevaluated that, but the newspaper story says that you just did a hit and run. Oh, fun. Where was I? Oh, but they could just look that up and see, uh, that was there. Or you can do what most people do and come clean on it, be honest, and they'll be able to see. You would tell them in your thing when they ask you that question, and be like, yeah, I got convicted for a hit and run, but the court lowered it, and you can see here is the court report and the appeals report of that incident, of how the sentence was lowered or just null and void afterwards. And that's how you get it. I know it still soils your name, but being honest about things, especially in the workplace or something like that, it seems more important than having someone to change what was written. Because even though it was written one way, you can go and look and see how it has been updated elsewhere. And that's my summaries for chapters 15, 16. Thank you for watching.